How do?
It is summer here in New England, so the grumpy old
It
man...
is. It is.
Yes, it is. Although it's raining today, so we're not going to barbecue
Today's
outside.
not a beach day.
No, it's not a beach day today. Plus, it's in the 50s, I think. But anyhow,
Yeah.
we're going to do what we feel to us. If you remember, we did comfort meals last winter sometime. This is kind of a summery type dish, and we're going to do 3 dishes, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to make a garbanzo or chickpea salad, very easy. George is going to do a chicken margherita.
Yes.
It's a piece of chicken and a
margarita. Yeah,
I
very
don't know
easy.
it is,
What
but
could be
anyway, very
easier?
good.
Have a margarita in one hand and a piece of chicken in the
I'm
other.
gonna
You're
make
done.
bruschetta burgers
Shut up,
using ground chicken. So it's somewhat healthier than a lot
As
of
opposed
our...
to an aerial chicken?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
let us begin. I am very proud of myself because I have pretty much mise en place this salad. Things in
Well.
place. I'm not sure of the exact French. I'm going to start off with a 16-ounce can of garbanzo beans, or chickpeas as they're sometimes called.
Whatever.
I rinse them in a colander under fresh water, and I'll add those to my bowl. Half a cup of chopped red pepper.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah.
So far it's going good.
A half a cup of chopped cucumbers.
You had to pause. You had to think what those were.
No, I wanted to.
You forgot what they were.
No, I didn't. But I wanted to point out.
I
I've been
see.
buying these lately,
Are
and they're
those
simply called
English?
No,
No?
they're just called mini cucumbers. They're kind of cute.
Yeah.
And you eat the whole thing with the skin. So I kept one out. A half a cup of feta and a half a cup of chopped Kalamata olives.
You don't want the pits in them.
No, you get
Yeah.
pitless
No.
ones.
Yeah, in a salad. No, that would
Although
be.
occasionally you got to watch it because occasionally, even though they
There's
say
a pit sleep.
there's a
syrup.
sleepy pepper in there. Okay.
Hold it. This could be a breakthrough. This actually looks healthy.
Yeah, I got to check my notes here for a second.
Right. The short-term memory thing. And for you young people that are laughing at us, it'll happen.
Oh,
It'll
boy.
happen. Oh, look at this.
Okay, and some sliced red onion, about a half a red onion. Okay.
About a half.
Now,
That's a lot of onion.
I have
Started.
I started cutting by knife, okay? Now, to get it really thin,
Yes.
you'd have to be Paul Bocuse or
Yeah.
Jacques Pepin.
So you wouldn't lose your fingers.
We're going to show you something that we haven't used before in the
No.
program,
we have
which is a mandoline, not to be confused with a mandolin.
Which is a different thing
right.
at all.
And
We're
you-
not musically inclined, so
This
there'd
is
be no
a
chance for
this is
that.
a plastic one that has served me probably for over 20 years. You can spend up to $100 on these,
Yes.
or
Cheap.
more. They're like a fine French-built one.
This is not the Mercedes of mandolins.
No, now get this.
No,
You've got to be very
the onion
careful
does
here.
not fit in the trough there.
You have to say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go get me a knife over there, would you?
You don't need a knife.
No, seriously.
You want a knife?
Just to make it better. Here we go. This way it'll be easier, and they will be exact. Exactamo.
Now it'll fit.
Now it'll fit. This thing is extremely sharp. You could
Yes.
shave with this.
Yes.
So you really should use the guard when you get down low.
But it's
right
no
now,
fun when you use the
that's
guard.
no-
It takes the excitement right away.
And it's actually kind of fun. Just go back and forth.
Yeah. You can make very thin French fries with
You
this.
could do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you change the...
Take a look
the
at that.
width of
Would
it.
you how thin they are?
Oh,
They're absolutely
you can
delicious.
see through those.
Yes. Oh, they're great. So, calls for half of onion. I thought a full half of an onion was kind of a lot.
I agree.
I'll kind of go with a quarter incher here.
And part of your thumb.
And yeah, believe me, I know a guy who was using these and whoosh, off it went.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
delicate.
Very delicate.
That's it, basically. Pretty easy.
You
Took
gonna,
me,
You gonna dress it?
I am.
Oh.
But it took me maybe 15 minutes to chop everything up, okay?
Let me get this out of the way.
Now, I usually make my vinaigrette
Yeah,
in a bowl,
yeah.
split it up. This one I'm going to do in a jar, which is kind of fun sometimes. Half a cup of extra virgin olive oil.
EVO.
EVOO. A quarter cup of white wine vinegar, which I don't use very often.
No.
A tablespoon of chopped fresh parsley.
Ooh,
Close enough.
yeah. It's government
A
work.
tablespoon, or close to it, of fresh lemon juice.
So if you don't have fresh, you can't make this? You can't
That's
use
it.
those
You send out.
plastic lemons?
You send out for takeout.
I always have
I love the taste
plastic
of lemons.
lemon.
I'm going a little over.
Oh,
Oh yeah, remember those little squeezed lemons? You still use
I
them?
always have one.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, because sometimes it calls for lemon, and you don't have the lemon, and you got your little plastic lemon there. You at least can sort of simulate it.
Look at this.
Yeah. It's an
Kinda
easy
cool,
way to do
huh?
it.
Rather than a
Absolutely.
whisk in the bowl.
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of heavy. I'm going to cut it down a bit. A little freshly ground pepper. Some kosher salt. Not too much. You've got a salty cheese in there with the feta and the olives. That's it.
Look at the
Look at it,
colors.
colorful.
Colorful, nice,
Pretty
good
tasty.
for you.
Somewhat healthy compared to a lot of our usual recipes.
Yep.
I'm done.
Nice.
All
And
right.
it's summery.
It's
And
summery.
You can make it ahead.
Yes, and it's
Put it in
like
the
a lot of
fridge.
things that we've made. The taste seems to improve as it sits for a bit.
Sure.
Like potato salad. It's great the next day.
Absolutely. Chicken margarita has nothing to do with margaritas. There's a lot to do with chicken.
tequila.
So, a little bit of wax paper. You can go and buy one of these pounders. You notice it has different size, sharp edges on it. We're not going to use it for that. And you can start doing this. But again, it's sort of like the plastic lemon. So this is a 2x4. And you can use the 2x4. Well, I can't be responsible for that. So you can use it also. We're not really tenderizing it. We're just
Having some fun.
making it thin.
Look at my notes here.
Okay, so both of these devices work well. Again, a good summertime thing because it's easy. Put a little bit of olive oil in there so we don't want it to just stick completely. And then we're going to season. Look at the seasons couldn't be easier. Yep. So I hear that going. My God. Okay. So very simple season. Salt, pepper, and some oregano. So salt, little
You
pepper.
would use bottled.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. No, I immediately said that would not be a good recipe. Okay, and some dried oregano. Okay. And this is a nice spice, it's not heavy and hot and all that. Do it on both sides. Okay. Not easy? So far, you following me? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You just gave me an idea.
Yeah, go ahead. That usually means he's going to correct me with one of my techniques. Go
No.
ahead. No?
I'm going to add a tad,
No, here we go. No,
not
careful.
to your dish,
Right, because
crushed red pepper to the garbanzo beans. Just
Yep.
be careful. This stuff can be peppery. About a quarter of a teaspoon.
that's a very profound statement. This
Well, there
stuff
it is.
can be peppery. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to fry these up. And Paul's got the pan going over there for me. So we're gonna heat that pan up a little bit, and that's gonna be, while that's happening, 6 minutes aside. You do wanna cook the chicken, okay? We're gonna then work with tomato, and I have some pesto. Now look, you can make your own pesto, and if you like making your own pesto, that's fine. We could do that easy.
Have we made pesto?
No, we have not, but it's pretty easy to do. But I got from the store pesto as some garlic too. I absolutely.
Bottled, oh, Georgio.
Yeah. Now that my oil is simmering,
Sounds good.
so that's olive oil. But if you want, you can use other oils. So this is going to kind of sizzle along, and while that's happening, I'm going to prepare some tomatoes.
Ooh.
Tomatoes, because that helps make it the margarita.
I do have some tequila.
We don't need the tequila with this. I don't know why they call it margarita, to be honest with you. So these are run-of-the-mill, and about a cup. So there's 2 cups here. You can cut them in half, quarters, whatever way you think you want to do them. Little tomatoes. Now look, if you don't have any of these, you have some nice fresh tomatoes in the garden, take them, seed them.
Neapolitan pizza made with
The colors
San
of
Marzano tomatoes,
yeah.
mozzarella cheese, fresh basil,
Yeah.
salt, and extra virgin olive oil.
Red, white, and green, correct?
Yeah.
Colors?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought those are colors of the Italian flag?
That's correct. See that? You're pretty good.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Move these around a little bit. All right.
Nice sound.
Doesn't that sound good?
I'm gonna turn on the fan.
So you do not have to do this. You can use the tomatoes directly. But I thought what I would do is throw a little EVO in there. Just a little. Just as a, shine them up a bit. Oregano leaves all ground up. Just to re-enhance what we got. Gives them a nice little kind of a glisten. They look a little fancy. They're going to be used as a garnish around the side. I'm going to turn this chicken. What I might have been able to do also is take this big chicken breast, cut it in half, rather than try to pound it. It really doesn't matter. I almost got chicken tenders. You see those in the store. They're the little part of the breast. They're very tender. Those could be used too for this. We're going to deglaze the pan. We're going to put some minced garlic in the pan and some wine. And I have some wine already measured out here. Little bottle. These are very easy to do. Little dry white wine, not red, because then that would color the chicken and it won't look as like what we're supposed to do. Yeah.
That's a big boy wine bottle.
That's a big boy wine bottle. Well, I'm not a big boy. The other thing we're going to throw in the pan.
I'm not going to throw this over my shoulder.
Is some butter. Everything's better with butter with that, you think? This smells great. Now,
It does smell nice.
notice I purposely did not use a non-stick pan. And you'll notice there's a lot of, this is beginning to stick and it's leaving all of that. Don't worry about it. We're going to take care of that with the wine and the lemon and all that
That
good
actually
stuff.
helps the flavor.
It does indeed. It just
That
makes it
smells
so.
great.
Doesn't it smell? Very simple. Salt, pepper, and oregano.
It's amazing.
That's all you got to do.
Great aroma.
Ever hear of salmonella? Well, not many people have. Yet each year, this unseen bacteria infects an increasing number of Americans with food infections and dysentery. Salmonella is a group of infectious bacteria. While you may not be able to see your enemy, you can help stop it by seeing to it that cleanliness in your kitchen is a must. Foods, especially milk, eggs, and meat, must be properly refrigerated and cooked. Food should not be left standing out unprotected. Make certain all cooking utensils are cleaned after each use. Hands should be washed before handling foods. Avoid uncooked foods in public eating places that may have careless food handlers. Armed with the knowledge of what salmonella is and how you can prevent its spread, and determined that you will, you're not likely to be infected by this menacing bacteria. A public service message on behalf of the American Medical Association and your local
Okay, check our temp. We don't want undercooked chicken. It's about 160.
About.
It's exactly 160. I'm going to just reserve the chicken to one side, which is a good thing anyway, because the chicken will reconstitute and keep all the juices in. Okay, so now what we're going to do is deglaze this. I want to turn this even lower. Here we go. Look at all that stuff in there. Now we're going to do some magic here. Okay, we have some wine. By the way, this is not special wine. This is drinkable wine. Never, ever use wine that you wouldn't drink. You just wouldn't want to do that. Now, you notice most of those bits are all now off the bottom of the pan. And all we're doing now is just kind of cooking out the alcohol part.
Why would you do that?
Because we want the flavor. Now, if you really didn't want to even use wine, you could use a chicken stock. It would work almost as well.
Almost.
Almost. So that's all. This is looking really, really good. There you go. So to that, we're going to take a lemon or so. You can have all kinds of fancy lemon squeezes, but lemon is actually a nice cleaner too. So just, oops, put it on the floor. Strain it through your fingers. And it's easy enough. A couple of teaspoons of minced garlic. If you're using this, be careful with it. It's pretty strong. On the other hand, garlic is good. You put it in later, like we're doing now, so that it won't cook. Because if it cooks too hard, it gets
Bitter.
bitter, and so you don't want to do that. So this has got plenty of that liquid in it, so that should be fine. And then, if you'd hand me that butter right there, right here, look at that. You can't go wrong with butter. Butter starts to make this little sauce a little bit. It'll make it kind of glisten, makes it look fancy, and it adds wonderful flavor. So, and in a minute, what I end up doing is when all of this is cooked down, put the chicken back in, put some mozzarella on it. Remember the colors? No, that's not mozzarella.
I have buffalo mozzarella.
My buffalo was not in town.
No, the range.
Range.
You think any viewers are old enough to remember
Some
Ernie Kovacs?
people know Ernie Kovacs.
What's the Tanganyikan Trio?
Do, mi, do, fa, si, re, si, mi, la, do, la, fa, re, sol, sol, do. Mi, sol, la, re, fa, re, sol, do, mi, do, fa, re, sol, sol. Mi, sol, la, re, fa, re, sol, do, mi, do.
The best.
The monkeys.
The best.
God,
The best thing.
it's hilarious. I haven't thought of that for years.
Neither have I till you said it.
Oh my God.
And oh, and this shouldn't take really. Actually, I'm going to shut the heat off. Ernie Kovacs.
But the monkeys playing with it. I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, they were all people with
Oh,
that. Now, here goes my mozzarella right on there. I don't know. Should I put, no, put one. And then you just cover it for a little bit. And the mozzarella is I got the pre-sliced mozzarella. Much easy.
We're going to incorporate a little bit of a balsamic glaze. This is balsamic vinegar with brown sugar.
Oh,
A little less than a quarter of a cup of brown sugar. I might have overdone it. And just get it down so it thickens. Delish. I did find a product that I'm going to mention. And if this fails, we'll use it. This is something I had never seen before. Balsamic glaze. You seen that? I had never saw it before.
I haven't looked for it, but yeah.
It's kind of cool. This is ground chicken. 1 pound. I've never cooked with this before, but screwing around with this recipe in my head. 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano Reggiano. It's going about 14 bucks a pound right now.
Yes.
Calls for 2 cloves of garlic. But you know me. I
3.
use 4. See, the garlic I chopped, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
didn't use that
No.
jarred
the
stuff.
Jarred
that
stuff.
was made someplace years ago. Yeah, just
Yeah.
chopped, sort of.
Chop. Look at that. I like the wrist action there. Very nice.
Tablespoon and a half.
Good.
Use
Yeah.
fresh basil. Please use fresh basil. In the summer,
You can grow it.
readily-
A lot of people grow it. A little kosher salt there.
a little kosher salt, especially ground pepper.
Now you got to do this because chicken ground like that doesn't have a lot of flavor.
No. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to mash it up with my fingers.
Did you wash your hands?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
And
good.
I'm going to wash them again in a minute.
All right. How much?
About 3 shots. Hold it there. One more. So we got probably tablespoon and a half.
Yep. Get your nose out of it.
Now
God's
it's
sakes.
really aroma. I'm going to ask you to do something.
Sure.
Make this into small patties.
No. Your hands are already.
No, I'm going to go wash my hands. I have to do something else.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I
Go,
have to-
go wash your hands.
Okay. Then I want you...
Whatever you need to do. I need to manage the fire over there. You should be wearing gloves anyway. This is a.
Checking on my glaze here.
Yes. Is it glazed yet?
No, you gotta keep an eye
it's-
on
you
it.
I'll keep an eye
It's
on
not
it.
one of those things to be left. I want you to add some olive oil to this and heat it up, okay?
I will add olive oil and heat it up. Wants me to make the small patties. What is that? Jeez.
These are almost going to be like the size of sliders, which have become very hot.
Yeah, 3 for $5 in any good bar. I saw one of those other cooking shows.
What
And
other cooking
there was some sliders, and then they take the little sliders and then they start to add the things on top of it. So now the sliders, like 4.5
Well-
inches thick, and how do you eat it? I haven't
These
figured
are
that.
gonna be-
Haven't figured that one
These are
out.
going to be a little tall.
Oh, that balsamic's smelling good.
Watch it. Keep an eye on it. You gotta shouldn't be multitasking while you're making a balsamic glaze. Put these babies in there.
There, look at that sizzle.
I don't know how I came up with this recipe.
Yeah, these are going good. Now, they're sticking to the pan now, but if we wait a little bit more, they'll release a little bit easier. These are all hints. Nice. Again, this wouldn't be too, you could do it with a non-stick pan if you wanted to, because you're not going to scrape up the things on the bottom. Unlike in
The old
this
Margherita.
recipe, the chicken margherita, you really don't want to use a non-stick pan. So you get all those goodies. Still chopping and dicing?
Just kind of roughly shredding.
Roughly shredding.
Tomato
Yes.
is going to be the buns, if you will. So, get rid of that stem end. I was going to do like halves of tomatoes, but it'd be like the slider with, me.
God.
So what I'm going to do is kind of about 1/4 of an inch. This is a rather large tomato, so you'll have a little overlap. These burgers are pretty much done, so I'm going to add the mozzarella, the piece right there on top. Shut off the glaze. I want it to a syrup consistency, and that's pretty much what we have. I'm not going to taste it now because it's hot.
You would burn your lips. True. Ooh.
I want you to watch this.
Oh, those look good. Oh. Yes.
Tomatoes could be a little bit smaller, but
Well, all the burgers could be bigger.
Well, yeah,
It's all how you
That's true.
look at it.
spatial.
Yeah.
Spatial arrangement.
Gonna save one of those on the side for me. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that. Yes. Were you supposed to wipe the plate?
We're not done yet.
Oh, what do we got here? What's
Now,
this?
this is kind of basically just a little
Oh, this is the
more basil.
yeah. This is the green part.
Basil.
Now we got the red, white, and green.
Yeah, we're back to Italy again. I'm not sure if I want to.
This is a live show, Paul.
I know it is.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't
thinking,
be-
I've never done this recipe. I'm making it up. It's like a little salt and pepper.
I have pepper right over. Oh, you go too. Yes. What would we do without salt and pepper?
And what I'm going to do, a little extra green,
Yes.
and give it a little bit of baby spinach.
More green?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Actually, you know,
Now it's an
if
Irish
I was going to
dish.
do it again, I probably would add the basil on top.
This is what you folks should take from this. Make up food if you have the kind of the idea and the things that are going to go together. Fool around with it. Make your own dish up. It's perfectly fine. Look at that. Oh my. Oh. It's a beautiful thing. You want me to finish my dish?
Yes.
Well, stand back. You understand, you can do a lot of things with this. Just have a salad with it if you want. Can you get it? Here you, oop. So now to get the margherita part, we're going to take some pesto. And pesto is olive oil and basil. I'm going to just stir this up because the olive oil kind of settles on the top. Here comes the green.
Here comes the green. Here comes the green.
Here comes the green. Remember that show?
Yeah. I just saw a reprise of it on
All right.
public television. It's cool.
Now this is easy to do.
Along with Ernie Kovacs, our film crew probably has no knowledge of Laugh-In,
No.
which was an incredible breakthrough comedy in the late 60s. It was absolutely hilarious.
Remember my tomatoes? They've been sitting there kind of marinating, and you serve them all around.
That is pretty cool.
Look at that. You've got chicken margherita, and look at this.
I'm gonna add-
Chicken two ways.
Survey says
Now, although it doesn't call for it, you could take the rest of that sauce, put some around. You could do what Paul suggested, which would be to reduce it down a bit if you wanted to.
you wanted a burger without the tomato. Will you look at that?
Looks good. I'll be the judge of that. Now, taste Paul's chicken. Strange as it is, most of the tomato I eat is cooked, but I did have some tomato with this because it's a small piece. That's overwhelming to me. Go ahead, I want to see you eat that. Go.
I'm going to.
A rare chicken burger. Here we go.
It's fun to make. This one is messy, so wear a bib.
Oh, it's wonderful. I think we did it again.
Try it. Colorful,
Yep,
tasty,
excellent. Good for you.
relatively uncomplicated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Don't use the bacteria-filled sponge like we did.
No, wash your hands before you serve tomatoes.
Easy.
Have
See you
fun.
soon.
Have fun with it.
Bon appetit. I had a friend of mine who was in the Merchant Marine,
Yes.
and they had stopped in Australia,
Yes.
And he was out with some friends that he knew, and he had a sandwich. They were at a picnic bench. He put the sandwich down, and somebody said, "Oh, there's a kangaroo over here." So he got up and walked 5 feet. This emu tore across the hall and grabbed his sandwich. I guess they could move pretty quick, and took off with his sandwich.